So I want to share an idea that I've been contemplating for a while now, and I have a little bit of proof in the experience around the topic, and that is that it's supposed to be easy. It's not supposed to be super hard. If you're struggling and you're swimming against the current and you are fighting to make happen the business, the art, the relationship, you're fighting for the love of it. You're telling yourself, it's not supposed to be hard. It's supposed to be easy. And I'll give a tiny little example so that you know what I'm talking about. We can ground the topic and so that we know what this video is about and you can know if it's helpful for you if you relate to it. I about a year ago, I moved to a new place with my family and had a huge fire under my butt to make enough money to make sure my family was secure, safe, to get our savings back up because I spent a lot moving us to our new location. Our new location was expensive, so the amount of money I had to spend was more, the responsibility was more, the risk was more, self-employed. So I fought. I worked out every day. I worked every day. And I made a lot of money. And I nearly killed myself doing it. I work in construction, so brutal. Working out to keep in shape, and construction, which is all day long labor and high stress. I have to, if you're building a shower, it can't leak. If you're repairing siding, it can't leak. Like if you're hanging drywall, it can't fall down. If you're putting up wood, it's got to look good. And you have to figure out angles and cuts and not chop your finger off with the saw. There's all kinds of stuff that goes into it. So high stress on the mental level, high stress on the emotional level. My wife was pregnant with our third daughter. There was a lot going on and I was in full fight mode. I just went into like listening to Linkin Park, working out, just like just full of fire and piss and vinegar, and I nearly killed myself doing life that way. And that is the life of chasing and ambition and having goals and wanting to build an empire and having a big vision that is completely outside of what life is like currently. So you're trying to do something other than just the work that's in front of you. I was trying too hard to bring something that was a goal to fruition. So I had to take a step back, decided, okay, I'll make a little bit less money. I'll have a little bit more time to be dad and to be husband. I'll be a little more functional, but still had that high ambition. I still want to make a lot of money. I still want to provide the best life for my family. I still have goals. There's things I want to do that in order to do them, I have to hit goals. I have to get certain things done. So that's the groundwork. What I ended up figuring out, which is something I already knew up here, but I had to know it down here. I had to understand it. I like the term understand because you're standing, which is like you're being, under it. Whatever that it is, whatever philosophical, spiritual topic that is, to truly understand it, you have to stand under it. You have to be submerged in it, which means you have to experience it. So what I understand now in my being and my soul and my gut and my heart and my mind and my entire body and every muscle and cell in my body is that what I've experienced over the last few months, which is I do construction. I work for myself, by myself, directly for the clients that want me to fix or build their stuff. I'm the boss, so I can push myself, and I'm the employee, so I can go really hard, right? I'm playing both aspects. And I can be a tyrannical boss that goes, you need to get this done and this done and this done. And in order to do that as the employee, I have to get all this stuff done and I'm going to kill myself doing it. I'll get a big paycheck, but I'm going to be wiped out. And what I've learned in this relationship as boss employee within myself being self employed is this: you make more money if you slow down. So, what happens is I slowed down a little bit. I started not getting stressed out. I said, hey, if I get this done today, I'm not going to slack. I'm not sitting down. I'm still not eating lunch. I have breakfast. I work all day. And when the sun goes down, I go home, or an hour before the sun goes down, I go home and I have dinner with my family. But when I slow down and I just let things be easy, I'm just going to do the work in front of me. I'm just going to do what I can do today, and I'll leave the rest for the next day. And I'll make sure I'm doing a great job. That's all I can control. Doing a great job, doing what I can do to efficiently get done things in a quality way. I started getting more done than I got done when I was rushed, stressed, and what I would tell myself, having an ambitious spirit. Putting too heavy of a load on will slow you down. Now, I'm a guy of responsibility, I'm a guy of pressure, but that's not actually how you move forward in life. The actual way to progress. A lot of guys, they've got these big goals and aspirations and they want to build an empire. They want to have a big YouTube channel. They want to have a big family. They want to have $1 million. You don't get there by thinking about how to get the $1 million or how to get the family. You get there by doing the small thing that's in front of you. The small work. Then you meet the wife, you meet the girl, she turns into the wife. That turns into you and her trusting each other enough to have kids and build a life together, trusting each other's dreams, each other's challenges. And then before you know it, like me, you're married 9 years and you have 3 daughters and you live in one of the most beautiful places in the world doing meaningful work. You end up with a life and reward in front of you that I could have never dreamed of or chased after. And if I was chasing after it, I would have missed it. So this is the main takeaway. Slow down. Focus on doing the next right thing, which is the work in front of you, and do it well. Efficiency for the sake of quality work. You want to be as efficient as possible so you're not wasting your time or anybody else's time. And you want to get that quality work, not quantity, quality. You don't just, like, I work by estimates, right? So I price the job. I don't do hourly. And I like that because hourly, you're going to stretch it out. You're going to take your time. You're going to sit down on your phone. I hate that shit. It doesn't feel good. And ever since I stopped working hourly, I love work. I love work so much. A lot of people have a problem with the estimate lifestyle though, because what happens is they try to get it done as quickly as possible, which compromises the quality. And if you're that type of person, maybe you shouldn't be doing that type of work. That's another video, that's another topic that I want to get into soon. But if you're the type of person who's in control of your income, in control of your relationships, in control of your life, the way a man should be, sovereign as you can be, as free as you can be in all these aspects of your life, your fitness, your health, your relationships, your money. What I found is that if you can slow down, if you can move from a space of calm, mastery, no stress, confidence, you'll get more done, you'll make more money, and the big goals that you have or don't have, it's not even about goals. Goals are bullshit. you will just start achieving things on such a grand level without even trying. And then you'll look back and you're like, well, I didn't make that happen. It just happened because I was showing up and I was doing the work in front of me. So it's so important because there's a lot of guys I know, and I'm one of them, because we have so many people to look up to on YouTube, social media, business owners, the Alex Hermosis. There's people that we want to embody. There's people that we want to, we see what's possible. That's what it is. We see what's possible to achieve. And in order to achieve it, we look at the amount of work it takes to get there. And we try to put it all on ourselves right now. And you don't have to do something new. All you have to do is do what's in front of you. And that will be enough.